Movies are about movies. Okay.
Yeah, you showed me that.
Yeah, that's cool. You know, that's just a side for really the
5, 7, 9.
Yeah. I'm doing a group. I do a group. That's YouTube. I run a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm my own. That's my moniker. Golden Peanut.
Yeah.
Like he's nuts. You know. They hate it when I'm right. It's funny for me when I'm right and everybody else is wrong. It's always a joke. It's funny. It's not. It shouldn't be funny, but it is. And it's funny, ha ha, for me, and it's never a funny ha ha for everybody. It's ha ha. I was right and you're wrong. See what I mean? So I got a different attitude about the whole thing, and they hate me for it. I teach without shooting a tie or a degree, because that's what I choose to do.
Wish I kept our track of which boxes I got them, which ones I had.
Today's topic is presents.
Presents?
Yes,
As in like your presents or like a gift?
both.
Oh.
Both.
Oh, okay.
Both words implied. Your presence is a gift.
Fair enough.
But when you develop that attitude about yourself, then you start realizing you're the gift giver. This is a reference to Santa Claus. See how funny that is? And so in the other room over there is my workshop. And that's the North Pole. It's a mentality, right?
Right?
All the toys are there for the boys and the girls. And then I started seeing it in a different manner, man. In a commercial sense, not just that funny way there. Here's how it plays out every day. You're convinced to sacrifice your presence, your time, in the job of your occupation of your choice, right? To generate an income. You gotta work.
Right.
Everybody gotta work some way, shape, form, right? So on a commercial level, you're being tricked out. Think prostitution. Doesn't matter what's trade, you're sacrificing your time, you're tricking out your time, you're turning it out, you're renting it out, you're renting your butt out. Sounds like prostitution, right? Traditionally, you think prostitution is just sex industry work, but that's not accurate. Getting paid by the hour in any profession or occupation is the very definition of prostitution. And prostitution leads to destitution. So most people are broke and destitute, mentally, spiritually, and physically, all three, or at least 2 out of 3. If they have all the money, then spiritually they're broken. When you're rich, you're miserly, you're not happy, you're an angry old crank. You see what I mean?
Right.
I realize the more money you have, the more enemies you make. Whoa. Which is also why everything in moderation. I don't people that love money should be in charge of how money is spent. That makes sense? I think people that hate money should be in charge of how money is spent. I don't even like touching it. Really, you know? Blood money, all of it. I like bartering and trading better than anything. It's very Neanderthal, very caveman-ish. Hey man, I'll trade you stuff for stuff. Let's leave the money right out of it. Stuff for stuff just sounded easier, right? I mean, what do you use money for? Buy stuff.
Right.
So it's just a matter of having a variety of stuff that people wanted. Like that White Eagle vintage store downtown, they got a lot of cool vintage clothes and shirts and stuff from 20, 30 years ago. People want that stuff. Man, they pay crazy money for that stuff. Just to have those 20, 30-year-old t-shirts. An original Donkey Kong made in America t-shirt, man, made in fabric, printed in America, right? Guess how much? Just for a t-shirt. $300. Right. So that just shocked you, right? I'm serious. Those old vintage.
Yeah, that stuff too.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, I want to bet. Erica says I'm lucky. Stellar Crown. Ooh. What's this pack? Scarlet Violet. What's this one? How much is these ones?
So total right there, what I paid is 15. I got them all at Dollar General. These are $4.50 a piece,
Alright,
and then that's $6.
alright, yeah. That's fine. Might get hit.
Hopefully you do.
I'm lucky. I'm lucky at this for some reason. Every third person says I am. I hit 2 dark Charmanders, man, in one box.
No.
That's a 1%, and then you look it up online, and you had a 0.5% chance of getting one. But I got 2 in one tin. Right. So that was like getting hit by a lightning bolt. Oh, and I did get a hit. Got a hit. Blastoise.
Nice. Hell yeah.
There's a hit. There's a 1. Got hit. Shit's crazy. I don't even play this game. I'm amazed by how many people just collect the cards.
Yeah, I don't play it.
And then I ask the people when they come in, there are people that come here for these cards.
Yeah.
You know? And it seems like nobody even knows how to play the game.
Very few people actually know how to.
Which is wild, right?
Yeah. I mean, kind
So,
of.
so I'm like, they buy the cards solely to collect them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And they collect their peak sets. And no one actually knows how to play the game. That's what I'm observing to right now. It's mostly people just wanting to build sets.
Yeah. Or people just buying to resell.
Yeah. Put them to slab them and whatnot.
Yeah.
I've never seen that card before. Doppler. Melodic. Good rising, everyone. So we talk about time, right? Not just in the sense of what time is it, right? Like right now, time. There's 3 points in time, right? There's past, present, and future, right? But did you know all 3 operate simultaneously? They're not separate.
Yeah, it makes sense, kind of.
So here's an idea for you that I'm adapting to, right? You think about like a ping pong table, right? In the sense that they work back and forth. It's a 2-way street, the past, the present, and the future. They ping pong back and forth. The past has just as much effect on the future as the future does on the past. See what I mean?
Yeah, kind of.
They work backwards and forwards. So the present is the point where the past and the future collide.
Yeah.
We're in that present point right now. Now, wild.
I mean, it's definitely an interesting, like, idea or theory, yeah.
Now, with those 3 points in mind, this is the 3-point logic that I teach about money, right? I teach this to all men. I was in debt collections for a long time, professionally. I worked for Bank of America, commercial level. So I'm like, think about it like this. Take those same 3 points. Imagine you only have $3 in your pocket, right? This is the exercise for the mind. What are you going to do with them? There's the question. Well, you're going to divide them equally. Right? You got 3 points. So you're gonna take those $3 and put one on each point, on all 3 points. You're gonna cover all bases. That's logic, isn't it?
Right.
$1 is for your past fuck ups, your sins, your crimes against humanity. $1 is so you can eat today, right?
Right.
And the other dollar is investment in your own future so you have it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, it does that way. Yeah.
Now watch this. Every time you invest $1 in yourself, you make a $3 profit. Which is why when you invested that $1 in your future, it paid interest. Because tomorrow always, right? Today becomes tomorrow, tomorrow, today.
Mm-hmm.
So when you wake up the next day, you start that day with the same $3 in your pocket. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
So you never run out of money under this theory. You're never broke. Never. It's impossible. When you invest $10 in yourself, you'll make a $100 profit. Instead of making it about big money, I made it about small money. You know? To talk to the layman, like, guys, you got to think about how you're dealing with your money a little bit differently. And it starts with this very simple idea. You know what else I don't want you to think about? Generational wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Do you have children?
Yeah, I got a daughter.
What happens for her when you're gone?
Right.
Right? Are you trying to make her life more difficult or easier?
Right. Oh, obviously easier.
Well, of course. Same for me and my children. But everybody around me wants to make my life more difficult. So it makes their lives more difficult. Because then they like giving me a hard time. But the reciprocal here is I like giving them a hard time right back.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes them angry that I'm not happy. You see? And then I'm happy because they're angry. It's a love-hate relationship. It's evolved over time. They love to hate on me, and I love to make them angry. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Love and hate. Hate to love, love to hate. And I'm laughing my ass off over here, man. I'm telling you, the majority of people, you know who they hate most? Themselves. And that's why they hate me. Because I told them the truth. You're your own worst devil. What do you do when you find out you're the devil? Imagine you're in hell, right? Make believe you're in hell, right? But you're the devil in charge of hell. Does that sound bad or good?
I don't know. I guess it depends which way you look at it.
But you're in charge of hell. You're the king of hell. See, in Gnostic teachings, they taught that Earth was a realm of hell or purgatory. Earth is a school for suffering for the soul. Right? And so right now, while you're listening in, we're having a currency exchange. Presence for presence. Your presence against mine, my presence against yours. When presence collides. Huh? Sounds like fireworks, doesn't it? All I ever hear is Silence of the Lambs. I must be like Hannibal fucking Lecter or something. Did you ever watch the movie Gamer?
I don't know, I think I've seen bits and pieces of it. I don't think I've ever watched the whole thing.
Well, I just played a clip from a YouTube remixer like myself. I like remixing my own work with other people's work. And I'm like, I'm not the only one saying this stuff. This guy over here is saying it. That guy over there is saying it. And those two guys don't know me. But I saw both their shits, and their shits don't know about each other's shits. But I saw all three because one of them is mine. And you know what the world is suffering from, bro? Cults of personality. Clashing cults of personality. You know why I know that? Because I'm clashing with all the personalities, and I'm a cult of clashing personality. I'm a personality, I'm a cult, and I'm clashing with everybody. Clash of the war gods and titans. Where'd all the professionals go?
Where are we at? 9? Did you want all three of those?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So 9, 15, 24.
Oh, 2 out of 3.
24,
Get a better one.
7.
Get a hit. Hit. This is better than scratch tickets. I already played a game. I just like opening the packs, and they're like, "Oh, I got a hit! Yay!"
Yeah.
But I'm like, I've been really lucky at this. Apparently, a lot of people think so.
Hey, that red binder that I flipped through before, there was, I know for sure there was cards in that I wanted.
Oh,
There you go.
knocking on my door. Be back.
There are a couple of cigarettes I can buy off here till my kid gets off his dead ass and goes to the store and gets the fucking tubes I need.
I don't actually have any. I have to go to the store myself. Sorry.
Oh,
No, I'm already out.
yeah, well, let me steal a couple papers in.
Yep. Sorry.
All right, man.
Yep. Sorry about that.
It's all right, no problem.
Doo-doo-doo. There's a history pot. Uh-huh.
Nice, dude. Oh, that's
I have enough for
oh, there you go. Yeah, that's an IR stationary. Hell yeah.
yeah. See, I always get a hit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Got hit.
Yeah, that red binder, man, when you get a chance, if you know where it is. I know there was a full Pikachu V-Union card in there. When I flipped through it before. I should've-
Vibes. Vibes. Got a hit.
If not, no big deal. I just figured, well, it was right here.
I don't even remember where that binder went. Oh, we traded it, bro.
Oh, no doubt, okay.
No, we traded it. Sorry.
No worries.
Shadow. Oh, what's that go for?
$5 raw.
Huh?
Not bad.
No.
Not bad.
No, nothing. Ow. Choo, choo, choo.
With the trade-ins and all that stuff, and the
Yeah.
cards I have right here, I owe you $7.
Good deal.
Sounds good to me. Appreciate it.
No, you're welcome. No, you're welcome. I like doing this Pokemon little store. It's fun. Gotta find somebody for these, gotta find somebody who plays the game.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's so weird. Everybody wants to just collect the cards. But some of the cards are crazy money. You know? I know about 20 or 30 people that like collecting Pokemon stuff. Like trading for it, buying, swapping, this whole thing. It's made it easier for bartering, moving of merchandise. Stuff for stuff. As soon as I started revolving around that whole idea, it's like, whoa. I got a room full of stuff for sale. Buy, sell, swap, trade. It started as just wanting to sell Wii's. And I told everybody, I said, half of every sale, I'm just going to look around for more games to keep on hand so you have a library of games to choose from. But I'm going to stick you on the rare ones. I'm sorry, I don't want to do this for free. You got all mad at me. So I'm not a yard sale. Who wants to work for free? You? No one.
For real.
No. So I have a commons price. Games that range from $0 to $15 at $10 a piece, 3 for $20. Or you can bring me a 2 for 1. You bring me 2 clean games and I'll let you take one. Same with movies. And this way, inventory keeps growing and I don't have to put any more into it. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I can bring old games I'm tired of that are just sitting in the closet, attic, basement, old systems they ain't using, they're just gathering dust. They ain't gonna bring them to Bull Moose or GameStop. What are you doing? They ain't gonna bring them there because they ain't gonna give them nothing.
Right.
That's why they'd rather just sit on it.
Well, that's why I grabbed that stack that I had and brought them up to you.
Right. And I just saw it as I can bring all that stuff from those people. When I see them getting it and sold in their places, I say, hey, I'll trade you for different stuff in here. You bring your old tired system here. Maybe you need a pair of Nikes. What size? Blah, blah, blah. I got 50 pairs of shoes now because of that, this whole idea. So it's just, what do they need and what they're getting rid of, right?
Right.
And then I realized, from doing this for so long, the first thing people buy when they have extra money because they're bored, video games.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing they sell when they're broke, video games.
Mm-hmm. For real. Isn't
Right?
that the truth? I never thought about it like that. Isn't that the truth?
Right? But I did. I saw like this 3-4 years ago, and that's why this is here.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that right there. And then my nana always telling me to buy off season. Right? But what does that mean? Financially, what does that mean? This applies to how you spend your money, right? People spend their money emotionally at the beginning of the month because they have a surplus. They have a big check in their pocket first week of the month, and by last week of the month, broke.
Yeah, doing down to nothing.
Right. And why is that? Because they spent all their money the first 3 days of the month, right? Paying off all the people they borrowed money off of from the month before. Because they bought something that they didn't need. And they bought emotionally because of a commercial store. They bought something because their friends were buying into it. They're just trying to look cool.
Mhm.
But I can go down to the thrift store for $5 and buy your grandfather's Armani suit, right? And a couple pairs of shoes, man. And I can walk around town for about 25, $30 looking pretty damn cool.
Mhm.
You do the same thing.
Right.
I sat that 15-year-old girl down in that chair yesterday, and I treated her like she was my own kid, and she was dressed up like a streetwalker, a hooker.
Yeah.
You know, she's a titty. She's my neighbor's granddaughter, so that's why I sat her in the chair and said the shit that I said. Neighbor's granddaughter, but he ain't gonna say what I said.
Yeah.
And the father ain't even there.
Yeah.
So I sat her in that chair and I said, "Do you want to get treated like a hooker or a queen?"
Because you ain't gonna have both.
But so that was the question I said to her. And I said, if you dress like a hooker, the people around you are going to address you that way. Because that's what you showed them. You showed them that you're a hooker, so they're going to treat you like a hooker because of how you're dressing.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But it applies to men as well. If you dress like a thug,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
or a pimp,
Mm-hmm.
or a king,
Right.
logically,
Mm-hmm.
it's not about superior, it's about mentality of a king. Are you a pimp, thug, gangster?
Right.
But it's not just clothing, it's just, that's part of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
No doubt.
people are going to treat you basis of your clothing and how you dress. And it has nothing to do with your degree
Mm-hmm.
at all.
Mm-hmm. What's in that Pikachu lunchbox, dude? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, both. Yeah. Yeah. But it's an energy thing. But it's about respecting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even about, they want to make it about clothing. But what do they show you about the Armani suit? You can go to the mall and buy an Armani suit and spend money.
Mm.
But you can go over here to the thrift and get an Armani there,
Mm-hmm. For honestly, probably what it's actually worth.
$20, $30.
Right.
Right. What it costs,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Right.
Or you can go to Salvation Army, or you can go to Goodwill, or you can go to any of these yard sales.
Is Salvation Army still open over here?
Yeah. But you could go any one of them places and get a suit or tie.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to wear a suit or tie.
Right.
Where does it say you have to?
Yeah.
Television shouldn't even have anything to do with clothing.
Right.
It should be what comes out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to judge you by your words. And then they're going to watch your actions. Make sure your words align with your actions.
Right.
We're in a situation where you can't trust a two-party system.
Yeah, no kidding.
You can't trust either side.
Yeah, literally though.
You're in a situation where you have to trust trust yourself before anyone else.
Yeah, you have to trust yourself to make the judgment call. Yeah, for real.
That's just common sense.
Mm-hmm.
But they want to make me a wild conspiracy theorist because I trust and believe in myself. I don't trust
Right.
outside of myself.
Right.
I invite people to listen to what I'm saying, but it's not like I'm trying to put a spell on them.
Right.
I realize they're already under a spell. They're already spelled under.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's how I spot my wall. Because look at the dark room. I lose that thing all the time. So she put a sticker on there so I'd spot it.
That's a wicked cool stick. Alrighty, man.
All right, man.
I appreciate it.
No, you're good.
Appreciate it.
Yep. No, I'm good.
We'll make more deals again.
Oh, yeah. No, it's cleaned out yet. Building a Super Bowl deal there.
They make Pokemon ones like that too.
I'm working on, getting some Stormtrooper Funko Pops to go with that collection.
Yeah.
We got 360 Star Wars edition, like I said I would.
Yeah.
They got the Anakin 9, Darth Vader's lightsaber.
Yeah.
Anakin's.
Shit.
We're trying to get Luke's right now to go with that bundle.
So you're just doing like all Star Wars stuff, or like?
Well, just that one package. You know, essentially part of what I do here is the franchise. It's all Star Wars.
Right.
This is all Years of War up on here.
Yeah.
I won't break that up. Somebody wants to buy the system, they're buying the statue, they're buying the law.
Yeah.
We're not breaking it up. And that's what people get angry. They want to just buy controllers, but they don't buy the statues. No.
Yeah.
Buy all. Buy the law. We ain't buying it at all.
Yeah, for sure.
Like this one over here. I didn't want to break this up. I didn't want to. Perfect.
Yeah.
I want to break it up. Yeah, that's just, it helps generate cash flow for the store. I buy more stuff to go in here. I bought all the shelves.
I'll definitely keep my eyes up for pops and stuff. Does it depend on what the pop is, what you pay for it, or kind of
Well-
universal on the pricing? Or?
They vary on price online.
I figured as much. I more so meant like, if I find them at a yard sale or market or something, bring them to you. What do you
And store credit, I do,
depending on what it was still. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't wanna screw you.
Right. I don't want to screw you. That's what
No.
I mean. Like,
I don't wanna tell you, typically I buy them at $5 to $6 in trade, because most of them run for $10.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna be selling.
Right. Yeah, for sure. That's why I was asking. 'Cause, I mean, I do.
But this is like a little theme thing, when they come in here, they see this. Like, holy shit, it's an attraction.
I'm surprised they don't fall over. You ever had that whole wall of
Oh, yeah, a couple times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I even wanna redo it again, because I got more in. I sold it once, so I really think I can put all these in
Oh, boy.
here. Yeah, clean up time.
Yeah.
We got spring, I can't wait for clean weather, man.
I know. We're getting.
Every weekend, it's been raining for the last 2 months, I've been itching to do a yard sale.
Yeah, you're selling me.
Just so I can, when I can bring stuff outside, that I can rearrange in here while I'm doing
Yeah, you're in a good spot for yard sale too. People always up and down the sidewalk.
it. And no, I wanna buy the golden peanut flag
Yeah.
to hang outside during one yard
That'd be
sale,
cool.
right?
Yeah, that'd be real cool.
Right.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Later. Fucking wild times, you guys. Smart dust in the air you breathe. Sentient and aware, like the water. It's inside and outside of you. Acting just like the water inside and outside of you. Technology has evolved to the point where we have nanoparticulates that are self-aware and sentient and able to self-replicate using pre-existing building matter in the environment. That's pretty goddamn mind-boggling. Can't stop it. You know what's even more alarming is carbon-based life forms are not even carbon-based anymore. If they're contaminated with graphene, if they're full of graphene on the inside, then are they even carbon-based life forms anymore? Are they graphene-based life forms? Then you got to ask yourself, why does Pfizer have a patent on graphene-based life forms? I mean, this is just mind-boggling. I don't think anyone was supposed to become aware of these things. Sentient and self-aware nanoparticulates, graphene in nature, black goo and antimatter inside of all of you. Self-replicating itself inside of you, creating new cells of itself from you, the building material, eating you from the inside out. Sounds awful. Sounds invasive. Sounds like a violation of free will, human rights. Sounds like the Environmental Protection Agency failed you. And go out on a limb on guess on that one. Sounds like a lot of things, huh? I'm sorry you don't enjoy my presence as much as I do. Shit. If you don't respect yourself, no one's going to respect you. Smart guy. You hear him looping. Right? If you don't respect yourself, how do you expect anyone to? They don't have any respect for you because you don't have any respect for you. Well, that's logical thinking right there. If I don't have any respect for myself, I can expect that no one will have any respect for me because I don't have any respect for myself. That's logical. What's degrading is when people don't have any respect for you and you have respect for yourself because they don't have any respect for their selves or themselves. They don't like me because they hate themselves. See how that works? Grand rising in the presence of right now. Reactions to me will dictate terms of the future in the present of now. Isn't it neat how past and present and future terminologies collide simultaneously? They work together. They're in synchronistic behaviors with one another. They're in alignment. They're not separate. Quantum entanglement. The more witnesses, the better. They don't believe things until they see them or hear them. Then they got to hear it on TV before they'll believe it. They won't believe it when you tell them personally, door to door, locally. No. They got to hear it on TV first. All right, parents? The television is the parrot box. Parents don't believe things until they hear it on television. They don't believe their children. They don't believe their neighbors. No. They believe it on TV. The TV is their God. Black Cube television. Presents come in boxes. Boxes are cubes. Professional parents work in cubicles. Friday nights after a long work week, you're entertained by boxers boxing in a box. You also like going to box stores, exchanging your currency for presents from a box store. After sacrificing your presents all week from working, you are weakened, and that's why you take the weekends off because your working week caused you to be weakened. So you take the weekends off on your knees, right? Something like that. Spend your weekends in a holiday state, chemically dazed and confused. It's hard to figure people out, isn't it? Jack is in a box. And Jack wants to come out and play. Jack in a box. Boxed in Jack. Home run Jack. Professional parrots will all day long tell you to think outside of the box. The magic box. Parrot box. The GameCube. The Xbox. Without the television, you couldn't play the GameCube or the Xbox or the Nintendo 64, which is a square number, 8x8 square, 8x8 is 64, 64 squares on a two-dimensional plane inside of a fucking chessboard. Want to play games? How many games are there? Life is a game. Let's play games. Who's gaming who here? Hi! Lieutenant Dan is the new Pope. Did you hear that? Karen? Sharon? Anyone? Out there? Hello? That's a juicy gossip right there, ain't it? Lieutenant Dan is the new Pope. Oh my God! And Robert Prevost as an anagram for pervert robots. Can't make it up, people. Right? Can't make it up. What's the new Pope's name? Robert Prevost, anagram, pervert robots. Guys are special. See, my brain is wired for sending signal, and most people's brains are wired for receiving signals without feedback. It's just like in that movie Gamer, right? My brain's trying to send out signal, beep, 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 beep. Your brain is going to implode because of my signal. It's gonna fucking backfire. Don't give your presents to people that don't respect you. Rule number one, if you don't respect you, nobody will respect you. It all begins and ends with you. If you have no love for yourself, self-love, no one is going to love you. See how that works? People want to be loved in this world, but if they don't even love themselves, how can they expect other people to? So I think everything begins and ends with self-respect and self-love and respecting yourself. You can't really expect anyone else if you don't respect yourself. It's a frequency thing. I like playing with myself in public. And I invited you to a peacocking fight. I'm a dick. Golden prick. Cock in your ear. Not any cockadoo. Cockadoo-doo. Top of the morning to you. Grand rising. I hope you enjoy my gender fluidity. My internationalist perspective, not a local local, hello, talking to all you, everybody, anybody, all exclusivity, no exceptions, bar none, not even bar members, y'all heard me. Then yeah, I play dumb, stupid, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm talking to everybody in the world simultaneously. Isn't it funny how the past and the future and the present occur at the same goddamn time? Yeah? No? Your bullshit died on my doorstep. Do you like that essence? Do you like my stink? Do you like my presence? Do you like my word spouse? Most people have an essence. They have a fucking smell to them. They got a frequency too. They got a fingerprint. And they got an eye. They got a pupil. They got a fucking eyeball. Hi, Siri. Iris, Siri. Hi, everybody. You know AI is recording everything all the time, monitoring all of us simultaneously, internationally, of course. It's not a local thing or a national thing. No, it's international. Eye in the sky. Hi, Siri. Siri in reverse is iris, and iris is a pupil. A pupil is eyeball. It's observable. Hello. Isn't that interesting? A pupil is a student is a pupil is an eyeball, an eyeball is an iris. Nobody's iris is the same. Hi, Siri. Iris, Siri. Siri, Iris. You're not funny. You're not funny. Funny backwards. You're not. You're not funny. You're not funny anymore. I'm funny. You're not funny. They're not funny. They sound funny. The gift of foresight or precognition, clairvoyancy, seeing what's going to happen before it happens. Got real way with words, Matthew. A person's entire reality is subjugative to the words that they comprehend, words they know, don't know. Wait until you guys start listening to cartoons in reverse, theme songs in reverse. Why would you do that? Well, most child entertainers are pedophile groomers, grooming your children for pedophilia, making it socially acceptable to groom and pet children in public. I've said for a while now they want your children in a petting zoo, and no one really wanted to talk about it. Said for years that politicians are pedophiles and adrenochrome junkies addicted to children. That's the only reason why they're concerned with your children. The only reason they're concerned with the children is because they're feeding off them. Shocks everybody to find out. $21 trillion in underground infrastructure. And somehow that's a fucking conspiracy. Underground maglev trains that go internationally. From Buenos Aires to the North fucking Pole. Conspiracy. This is for the professionals out there too. This ain't for me. I see the future for you, and it doesn't look good. You used to put people on medication for citing UFOs and Bigfoot, insulting their intelligence and acting like they're crazy people. But now Congress has come out on record publicly and admitted the existence of Bigfoot and UFOs and said on the record publicly that government's been trading with underwater civilizations for 70, 80 years. Big pill for you to fucking swallow. Right? So worried about ETs and outer space. What about Yetis and underground infrastructure? Underground species underneath your feet. Ooh, boy. It's a little closer to home, guys. It's not 6 million fucking miles away. No, it's 666 feet down. And don't worry about the Holy See pylon marker 666 feet above your head. Right? Whoa. Uh. The ridiculous nature of it all. Be afraid, be afraid, be afraid, be very, 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 very afraid. Right? How many people run around terrified of 666? Fear this, 666, fear that, 666. Remember, I'm here for you. I'm here for your therapy. Because you need therapy. I don't need therapy. I adjust it accordingly. You need therapy. Expectations of women and reality are not reality based. It's reality. Fox News, which is 666, F is 6, O is 15, 156, X is 246, Fox 666. This. Today's current woman desires a man to be 6'6" with a six-pack abs, 6 figures in the bank, 6 houses, 6 cars, and 6 professions. And they're bringing 6 kids to the table and a used coochie. Doesn't sound logical. If you don't stand to those criteria, don't meet them, stay 6 feet away. Social distancing, 6 feet. You get on the bad side, 6 feet under. Burial services. So let's talk about it, eh? Man's a beast. 666. Well, you're not a people and you're not a person because peoples and persons are nouns and they're property and possessions of men and women. You see what I'm saying here? People and persons are nouns, they're not verbs. It's wild, isn't it? How many people run around saying, my people, my people, my people. I'm a person. I did it for my personification, my corporate straw man, my fiction. I did it for my name. Take the paper out of the equation, the papyrus, the papable, and the papacy, and the PayPal. The people can't talk, but payable to cash, to gold, to me, because cash is king. Check king. Shock king, strike king. Like what I'm saying, thinking, speaking, toking, smoking, mocking, poking, shocking, striking. You know how many words have king in them? Shake king, trembling in fear. How you feeling? Fine? Financially insecure, neurotic, and emotional? Are you guys fine? Annie, are you okay? English is low-key. Language of King's Index, King's Command and Control Codex. Language of King was created by kings to control subjects, peasants, peons, parps, peoples, and parsons. Set a mad fool king from his chair, his high chair, like a baby on my throne right now. High chair. And this is Matthew's chair, and Matthew's chair is Peter's chair. I'm the Pope until somebody said otherwise. Said this shit for 5 years now running. Remember that? I think you'd be better off paying me than the papacy. Wow. Shit's wild. You know what I'd do with all that money? I would clean the waterways and eradicate water dysentery. Right? You spend $100 million on cleaning the waterways, you'll save $10 billion in healthcare costs. You keep telling people that sicknesses because of irresponsible corporations, people in persons, silent motherfuckers. And they always want to blame the children. Children are off the goddamn table. They're right behind me. Speak on it. I do this for the children, the children, the children. See, they're off the table. Off the goddamn menu. Fucking pedophiles. Speak on it. I'm thinking about putting them in office. Through a random lotto. Powerball. Imagine that, parents. Right? A lotto where we hire 5-year-olds to run Congress. Huh? They would do a much better job. Environmental Protection Agency failed you. Food and Drug Administration failed you. The Department of Education confused your children in regards to their gender. I think we should put some 5-year-olds in charge that are wild and feral, and their parents are along for the ride. But the children are going to dictate terms to the parents, and the parents won't be dictating anything. They're essentially there to make sure their children don't get killed. You know what I mean? Bodyguards. Now that's some smart thinking right there. That tells you what I think of universities and institutions, political pimps, politicians, and propagandists. Boom, I said for $1. What? Look what I did to you all for $1. Sit aside, it makes you a trick, ho. Prostitutes. Santa Claus has got hoes, presents, and tricks. Jesus in the house. Holy shit. I sleep good at night. You know why? Because I say what's on my mind when it's on my mind. I don't worry about reactions or consequences. Did cause and effect, though. quantum physics, science, quantum entanglement. You all saw it. Y'all heard it. But you didn't want to believe it when you heard it. And I even showed it to you and you refused to believe it or acknowledge it. Wow. Like in a state of denial in Egypt. Whoa. And here I sit, Babylon. Sitting in Babylon. Not confused about America being Egypt or ancient Babylon. It's mere. Me here, down on my feet. Just keeping it real with you. You keep it real. No one believes you. It's amazing.